Hi, everybody. I'm Donna Reid, and this is Donna Reid Talks Voice. And today I'm working with Monique. So, Monique, please tell us a little bit about yourself and about your singing experience and what you do and all that good stuff.
Cool. Yeah. So I had a lot of musical theater experience, and I was in an opera company for a bit. And then I moved to New York, and a couple years in, I realized that I was more of a straight theater type of person. So I don't do as much musical theater anymore. However, that being said, prior to COVID, you would see a lot more plays coming out that they were plays with music. And just to quote Lucille Ball, the more you do, the more you can do. So every now and then something will come up, or if it's a very specific role that I fit that requires singing, then I go to my gal, Donna Reid.
Thank you. And I just have to put this out there. Monique is one of the most amazing actresses I have ever seen. I've seen her on stage many times, and anybody out there seeing this video who wants to hire somebody amazing should hire her. Anyway, just putting that out there because she's awesome.
Thank you, Donna.
All right, exhale, inhale as you bring your arms up. Exhale. Keep your mouth open as you inhale. And one more. Great, 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 great. Now it's been a little bit of a while since we've had a lesson together. So, and I know you really haven't been singing on a regular basis, if I am correct. So let's just see where we're at, because I have no idea what's going to come out here, because it's been a while. So, as I almost always do, starting with the head voice, especially since you haven't been singing. Speaking voice is a lower pitch, chords are thicker. We need to get them a little bit thinner, get them going, you know, kind of warm up. So on an ooh, those three notes, easy peasy, breathe and sing. Ooh. Exactly. Now I'm going to stop you. Did you have a particular thought as you went up and then came down?
That things were changing, and I was trying to not judge it, not put my thing of like, this is wrong, this is bad, just be like, Donna Reid knows what she's doing, so I'm just going to let her do the thing.
Okay, you know what? I am glad I asked that, because this is another important point. I'm going to have you do exactly the same thing again, because on the way up, it was as if you weren't thinking, which was fine, which is good. And it was like, oh yeah, good, good, good. Then we got to that note. The top note was slightly funky, and I could see the wheels are like, uh-oh, wait a minute, what was that? That was a little funky. Okay, don't think about it. No, maybe I should think about it. No, maybe, wait a minute, what? I heard that all going on. And then the ones below were like a little, what? So again, it's whenever we have, whenever I give a lesson to any of my students, I always say, there are no rights or wrongs in my lessons. There's no judgment. We're not looking for anything. We're just do it. Just do what happens. This usually happens, and rightfully so, I blame nobody, when it gets a little funky. A note gets funky, we hear it, and we're like, wait a minute, what was it? I don't know what that was. And our brain stops, you know, and it's like, starts, excuse me. And our brain just goes, so yeah, I heard that, and I said, all right, maybe I want to go lower then. And then I heard the other two things, something going on, right? So that's when I stopped and asked, which is a real good point to make. Don't judge it, especially when we're starting, right? Mm-hmm. Getting warmed up, you know, it's like if you're warming up for a dance class, and let's say your muscle does something weird, and you freak out because it's like, oh, wait a minute, it's not up to, you know, where I'm doing the ballet or whatever it is, right? So we're going to start from that funky top note. Don't even worry about it. You breathe and sing. Let it be weird. Let it do whatever. You just hear, ooh, the pitches, and let it fly.
Ooh.
Exactly. Brilliant. Now, I could have gone into a long explanation and say, oh, now what you need to do is you need to watch the ooh, or you need to put it here, or, you know, you need to support, or you need to do blah, 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 blah. All I had to do is say, just stop thinking and do it again. And there it was. Brilliant. Yeah. That was fabulous. Sounds good. Now, the whole octave. Now, it might go to more chest voice on the bottom. It might not. Whatever it wants to do. Again, you just hear the pitches, you sing the ooh, and you let it do its thing. Ooh. Now, little thing. Everything is brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I'm sensing a little bit of a push on the last note.
Yep.
So remember, once you sing that note, it's like you're at the top of a hill and the car just goes down. You don't have to push on the bottom. But what gives us the idea is that we need to push is because we know there's going to be a little bit more chest voice. So we think, oh, maybe I need a little bit more energy for the chest voice. You really don't. Just let it go there. And it might be a little funky chest voice because it's an ooh vowel. Now, as I've said in many lessons before that I've recorded, the ah vowels, the broader vowels are going to give you more chest voice. The rounder vowels, oohs, ohs are going to give you more head voice. So when we get to the chest voice area down here, and it's on an ooh vowel, then the chest voice is like, I don't know what kind of a chest voice to be because I usually like an ah vowel. So let it be a little weird or funky, and you know, just kind of relax into that bottom guy. Ooh. Yeah, see how much you have to back off?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me show you the difference if I change that bottom note to an ah. So you're going to sing ooh, 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 ah, and it's going to give you a whole different sound. Ooh, ah. Way easier. Of course it is. And you don't even have to worry about pushing or not pushing. It's like, oh yeah, oh now I'm happy. I'm in the chest voice. Now, I like that chest voice guy. Let's do this. Let's do this with a ga ga ga, and I'm going to try it a couple of ways. What I want you to do is I want you to try to do ga 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 without moving your jaw. So 3 times ga 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 ga, just the back of your tongue. Ga 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 ga. And as we go lower with it, you just kind of ease right into it. Ga 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 ga. Ga 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 ga. Ga 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 ga. Ga 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 ga. Ga 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 ga. Sounds great. But now I'm going to do it another way. Same ga ga ga, but this one I want you to really let your jaw move. Ga 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 ga. Let it be loose, let it move however it wants to move, along with your tongue moving. Ga 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 ga. Ga 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 ga. Ga 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 ga. Now I'm going to stop you there. I was going to do the whole thing, but I wanted to compare one to the other. You tell me what you felt. I'm telling you what I hear. I like the other one better, where you're not
Yeah.
moving your jaw. Does
Same.
the other one where you're not moving your jaw feel better?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So there's everybody has some kind of tongue tension, just about everybody. And there's a couple of ways to get rid of it. One of the the ways that is most efficient that I find for most of my students is when you have people move the tongue without the jaw. But for some people, that doesn't work. They get stuck. So then I have them move the jaw, ya, 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 and then sometimes that actually loosens things up more. But I find more often than not what happened just here. Just by moving the tongue without the jaw, something seems to kind of free up with that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take that guy in mind here. Let's do it, since your voice can go low, low, let's do it here. Again, trying not to move your jaw. Do ga, ga, ga. You might want to open up your mouth just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ga, 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 ga. It's primarily the back of your tongue. See where it goes.
Ga, 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 ga. Ga, 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 ga. Ga, 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 ga.
That's brilliant, and I'm going to point out something so that you can do it more consciously. Now, I knew that I couldn't take this too high because you can't really keep the jaw that rigid going up, obviously. So you notice as you started going higher, it started moving just a little bit, but that didn't prevent the back of the tongue from moving a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so the back of your tongue was moving a lot, and then the jaw kind of was moving a little bit because of course it does. You don't want that to get too rigid. Now, as you sang all of that, how did you experience it? How did it feel? Did it feel easy?
Yeah, it was definitely easy, and then going higher, I felt like the impending switch of that was coming. That was like, if we did one more, then the switch was going to happen.
Right. That's why I stopped there.
Yeah.
Because now I want you to allow that switch to happen, and I don't want you to worry about not moving your jaw. So we're going to do the same sequence, right? I know. Let's start with the low guy. Same sequence. Let it be organic. Whatever wants to move. You know the tongue is moving a lot. So it's ga, ga, ga. Now we're going to listen for where does it want to switch? Where does it not want to switch? And it could be a big switch. It could not be smooth. I don't care. We're just figuring out where it wants to go. So do ga, 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 ga. Let everything move that wants to move.
Ga, 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 ga. 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 Ga, 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 ga.
Now I love all of those switches. Probably feels weird, right?
Yes.
So can you explain your experience of that? Did you think like, oh my God, it's switching, it's terrible, or what?
Yeah, all of that. All of the like, oh no, it's switching, this sounds terrible. Ah.
Yeah, and none of that. Yes, it is switching. And yes, we heard a very definite switch, but that doesn't matter. Now, let me do this. Let's do it this way. You're going to do exactly the same thing, but I'm going to change vowels on you. And you're going to do ga, ga, ge, gi, go, go, goo.
So it's ga, ga, ge,
Gi, go, go, goo.
Go.
So ga, ga, ge, gi, go, go, goo.
Okay. Ga, ga, ge, gi, go, go, goo.
Now, less of a sound of a switch to your ear, or more still a big switch to your ear, a big feel of switching to your ear?
No,
not as much, right?
Yeah.
So what I did is I changed the vowels to smooth over that ga, 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 ga thing that we did, because I knew that the top is going to be more head voice. I know that because that's what's going to happen, and that's what you experienced. So that's fine if you hear ga, 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 ga. Doesn't matter. It's going to where it needs to go. I'd rather have that than ga, 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 ga. and that, where it's kind of screaming, all of that. So what I did by changing the vowels, especially by making the E vowel on top, I helped accommodate what wanted to be a head voice coming through. Do you see?
Mm-hmm,
So
totally.
we're going to do exactly the same thing. Ga, ga, ge, gee, go, go, goo. You know that top note's going to be more heady, and the middle ones are going to mixy, do whatever they do. You just do it with commitment and see what happens.
Ga, 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 gee, go, go, goo.
Now you notice on the way back down, the go, go was like, do I want to be chest voice? Do I want to be head voice? I don't know. Where do I want to go? So then, you know what? We just figure it out. So we decide, well, do we want those go, go, goos? Do we want them to be more chest voice, or do we want to be more head voice? I think we wanted to be more head voice. So you're going to do ga, ga, ge, gee, back off with volume on the go, go, and let the goo just do whatever he's going to do.
Okay. Ga, ga, ge, gee, go, go, goo.
And just by having you back off on that 2 little notes in the middle, smooth it all over. So that has nothing to do with, oh, I can't sing, or I can't do this, or I didn't place it here, or I didn't, nothing to do with that. It's just, how do we manipulate these registers? And again, I will reiterate, the broader vowels are going to give you more chest voice. The rounder vowels are going to give you more head voice. Louder is going to give you more chest voice. Softer is going to give you more head voice. So here we are on the head voice side. So to smooth out those 2 guys that wanted to be a little bit too much chest voice, we just backed off on the volume. Now let me have you do the total opposite. I'm going to stick with the G because I like what the G is doing, but you're going to do it on the A. So you're going to be bright, bright, bright. Ga, 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 ga. I don't care how it feels, heady, chesty. It's bright, it's aggressive, straight up and down.
Ga, 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 ga.
Now you notice there was much more chest voice there. It switched, and then there was chest voice on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Let's stick with this idea. So pretty much until we get higher, it's going to be chesty, 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 switch, chesty, 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 but very bright on the ga, ga, ga.
Ga, 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 ga.
Exactly. And as you get higher up, really be committed to that top note and be surprised as to where he might want to go.
Ga, 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 ga.
So then we observe, you notice what happened there. Your voice said, I don't want to be chest voice on that 5th up there. I'm more comfortable going on that head voice side. Beautiful. Your voice is telling me what it wants right now. So let's do that. I'm going to have you do the same thing so you know it's real conscious. Chest voice, head voice, head voice, head voice, chest voice, chest voice, and it's all bright, but it obviously switches.
Ga, 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 ga.
And that was even smoother sounding than the one before because you knew exactly where you were going. So same thing here. Chest voice, head voice, head voice, head voice, chest voice, just be committed to those register balances.
Ga, 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 ga.
Exactly. A little scratchy on the bottom guy. Did you run out of breath?
Because it's July, I slept with the AC on. So my voice is like.
Because I don't hear that in your voice at all. That was the first time I heard a little scratchy thing.
Okay, good.
I'm guessing that was maybe more of a non-follow through.
Yeah.
So let's just try it again. The same approach, chest, head.
Ga, 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 ga.
Yeah, absolutely fine. See, now let's go back to our ga, ga, ge, gee, go, go, goo, holding back a little bit, and the whole thing's going to be headier, but you're obviously going to start with some kind of a chest voice. Just see where your voice wants to go and just be committed to the rhythm. So ga, ga, ge, gee, go, go, goo, it's going to feel very different.
Ga, ga.
Now, I'll tell you what happened. That's all right. Because we had so much chest voice dominance with the ga, ga. We're in a pitch range where your voice said, oh, I just did that with more chest voice and it's an ah. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's too much chest voice. So then your voice just had a little bit too much chest voice. So all you have to do is let that bottom one be chesty already, maybe back off a little bit on that third, right?
Ga ga gaggy ga ga goo.
Yes, and then more heady on the way back down. So this was a perfect example, and thank you for helping me show it, of how those different register balances change, and how when something gets a little funky like that, it's nothing to do with, oh, I don't know how to sing, I don't know what I'm doing, but, and you obviously know how to sing, you obviously, anybody could hear you have a voice. But it's when those little funky things happen, if we don't analyze it in the right way, we think, oh, there's something wrong with us. What do I do? Oh my God, it didn't go off. I don't know what to do. And it's all about the register balances. It's all about, well, what do I do to make it heavier? What do I do to make it chestier? Oh, I see, it went off because it was too chesty. Oh, it went off because it was too heady. Like that last ooh that we ended up with. Maybe that was a little bit too heady for this particular exercise. So then we want to change it and make it a little bit chestier, whatever. Now, how did you experience all of those things? Do you have any comments with that?
It was great, and it was just really interesting to see where the different changes were happening, and if they were like on their way and not, and just how, contrary to popular belief, there's almost a like, don't try so hard, don't push so hard. That just like, relax, you got it, it's good, it's fine, it's gonna go where it's gonna go, it's fine. And if it doesn't, we're gonna fix it, it's okay.
That is one of the best things you could have said, because that's what I want to emphasize with everything that I do. When it comes to the technical part of lessons, that's exactly it. You know, it's just, the attitude should be, see what comes out. You know, if something sounds wonky, even if, and I say this many times, even if it goes, it doesn't matter. We'll analyze it. We'll say, oh, why did it do that? Oh, I see, it did it because of this. Okay, let's do this instead. Then it fixes it. Then you have the tools. Then you say, oh, I see, yeah, okay, back off. Then there's less chest voice, a little bit more. There's more chest voice. A vowel, obviously more chest voice. Ooh, more head voice. And then we work it in those terms. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching Donna Reid Talks Voice. If you have any questions for me about this episode, please visit my website and click Contact.